everybody awake now? I know that makes you guys. Thanks for coming out. Nice to be back. I guess this is my home. Back in sunny LA. So nice. It's a little rainy up north, but we are done with season 4. I do have one more scene to shoot tomorrow, but then that's doesn't really count. It's second year, so. But I think our best season. What do you think? Yeah, they kind of pulled out all the stops with this one, so it was fun to do. It was a long haul, and with your support, we got another one coming. So it is good to have a job these days. I'll tell you that much. Well, listen, I know we don't have a whole lot of time, so we might as well just go ahead and get straight to the questions. Is that cool? Let's do that. Which is nobody here to ask oh, there we go. They're lined up over here. I'm sorry. I saw an empty mic over there. I thought everybody was just waiting for Jared. I know you're not.
Hi, Jessica. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good. Okay, here's my question. I've asked it of every panelist so far. So here we go.
You're going to make me think, are you?
Probably not.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so you're offered 2 roles. One of them, you have to be naked. You have to sing a cappella. What would you choose?
Singing. That's an easy question.
So far, every other guy has said naked. So. Yeah.
Just goes to show you where their priorities are.
Thank you.
Thank you. See right now. No. I'll leave that to my friends. Oh, yes, hi. Oh, yes, we have a line. Or a cue.
Hi, Jensen.
Hi.
I just would like to know.
Wait. Good times.
I don't know if we line around perfectly again. So my question is that if we didn't know Jared at all, because I ideally want to ask you both of each other, but if you had a story you'd like to share that would tell us about Jared, who Jared is, similar, I would like to know, and since I might not get in the line again in the right proper time, what kind of story do you think he would tell to describe you?
Okay. Go through all my files of Jared's stories. There are so many. It's. I spend a little bit of time with the guy, so I pretty much tell you a story about any aspect of Jared. I can tell you when he gets angry, how he is. I can tell you when he gets sad, how he is. I can tell you when he's having a fight with, a girlfriend, how he is. So I will say that with all of those, he's a very passionate person about what he does. He loves his family and friends. He loves his dogs. They love him. I don't know. There's so many. Which one would you like to hear?
Well,
Frank. Okay, well that's an easy one. Jared has, and I feel solely responsible for teaching him this, and I'm surprised that he has managed to make it. How old is he? 26? Managed to make it 26 years and not have come across anybody who wanted to pull his finger. And unfortunately, children, they pull the finger trick. and now he does it all the time. We'll be sitting in the Impala while they're setting, you know, fixing a camera lens, whatever, and he'll just look at me and go. All the time. And to answer the second part of your question, I don't know what he would tell about me, because I'm sure he's got plenty of material as well. So that's kind of that's what we get when we spend 4 years or something. Yeah.
And your friendship is so special. So it's
Thank you. Well, you know, it's you people that kind of keep it going. So. Because without you guys, my cell phone just keeps going off. Put it on vibrate. Yeah. Don't worry, Jared's number's not in there.
But I'm sure yours would be.
Why would my number be in my own cell phone?
You never call yourself, you need it to be there. But I need to get to my question. In Lazarus Rising, in the opening scene in the gas station, the windows blow out, and you can actually see in one of the screen caps that you have a Band-Aid on your arm, and it looks like you still have a scar from there. Can you comment on that injury?
Can you see it? I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, that was the great Kim Manners directed that episode. He had an knack for really wanting to make things real. If you remember some of his episodes, like Bugs, coming up to me the episode prior saying, "Are you allergic to bees?" And we ended up using 60,000 real stinging bees in the scene. But in this particular scene, he wanted to use real glass as opposed to candy glass, because candy glass doesn't really shatter like tempered glass, so it doesn't have, it looks fake, you know. So he wanted to use real glass, and the windows blowing, I think you kind of see a high and wide shot. That's actually my stunt double, Scott, who came out of there just completely bloody. But there was still glass all over the ground, and I had to fall into the frame at one point. And so I fell right on a bunch of glass, and there were other nicks and cuts, and my arms were pretty bloody too. But I just looked at Kim and I go, "Really? Really? Are you happy?" And he just goes, "Get that cleaned up. We're gonna need you in the next shot." So yeah, that was. I have a little something to remember Kim by.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. Jared has mentioned several times he would like to see Sam go bad. Would you like to, or would you not?
I don't care. If he goes bad, it just makes Dean's job more difficult. So I think I prefer the brothers kind of on a similar level and you know, fighting each other.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
I saw your interview video online about you like a horror movie, and I was wondering which horror movie your favorite, and give us a reason why.
Favorite horror movie? Make weird noises when I think. Leave me alone.
My Bloody Valentine.
Friday the 13th. The original remake is horrible. No, I'd probably say either it's kind of a toss-up between The Exorcist and The Shining. And the reason why I think The Exorcist kind of broke molds as far as those kind of movies go. It really kind of took that kind of movie making to a whole new level. And then The Shining, I mean, Jack didn't see you saying the Kubrick, you can't really go wrong. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Very welcome. Hi.
Hi, Jensen. The acting's been phenomenal in season 4 so far. Can you just say though, if you had to put together a film reel of film clips from your career that represented your diversity as an actor, which clips would you put on?
My entire 3 years on Days of Our Lives. I don't know. There's a lot of scenes that are kind of close to me. Obviously, the emotional ones are the ones that I kind of remember because they you put a lot of yourself into them. But there's been so many that it's like, which ones do I pick from? There was, there was one, the scene, and I don't know, I think I probably had a couple of better takes in me, but where Sam is laying on the bed dead last season, and I'm talking to him, telling him that I'm sorry and all that kind of stuff, and Kim directed that episode, and I remember going up to his office and saying, hey man, listen, I don't know how many takes of this I can do. So what are your camera angles? How many shots are you figuring out for the scene? Because I don't know how much, gaps I'm gonna have to do this scene more than a couple of times. He adjusted his camera angles and basically closed off the set, kicked everybody out, and allowed me to do my thing, and it was kind of cool. Another one was the graveyard scene in What Is It, What Should Never Be, where I'm talking to Dad's grave, and that was cryptic. He was directing that one, and he set it up to where it was going to be one shot with just two dollying cameras back and forth, one tight and one a little wider. And so I basically came in, they'd set it up all night, and it was like 2 in the morning, and I just walked up, hit my mark, and gave her. And that I really liked how that one turned out too. Thank you. Thanks.
Hi.
Oh, and the coach, when I threw the ball and hit the kid in the stomach. That was good. My idea, by the way. I looked at Bob Singer, I think we're missing something very important here. I need to peg a little kid in the face. And I did.
Hi, Jensen. My question is about My Bloody Valentine. I saw it 9 times in the movie theater.
9?
Sorry.
Did you have to get your eyes corrected?
But, so anybody who hasn't seen it, cover your ears. I can pinpoint when I know it's you in the mining suit. My question is, how much of it was you in the mining suit? How much it was, like the other actors? Did they do it to confuse us?
The only time I was in the mining suit was when you saw me take the mask off. Every other time, every other kill was my double, Chris. Stunt guy who studied me for like a week of rehearsals, just the way I walked, the way I carried myself, and he was about 3 or 4 inches shorter than I was. They built him like lifts for his shoes to make him 6'1", and he got my walk. I don't know how he kind of just moved like me and did his thing. It's not perfect every time, but for the majority, I have a lot of people going, how much time did you spend in that suit? None.
We did a great job.
Thank you very much.
I loved it.
Thank you.
I was wondering what it was like to wear kilt if you were forced to for TV show.
Sadly, my idea. You honestly think that that's a big deal? I've been in beer hosing. What else is, that's popcorn smugglers, as they were described in the script. I was kind of going through with the wardrobe, and she pulled it out, and she kind of looked at me like, and I just said, no, why not?
All right, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, so last year when I was here, I asked you what you thought the most challenging part of acting was, and you said that the emotional scenes were, they take a lot out of you, right? Mm-hmm. So you've had a lot of emotional scenes this season, and I was wondering how you think that they've made you grow as an actor.
It's kind of like doing things like that. Well, I guess doing anything in acting, it's kind of like a muscle. It's like the more you do it, the better you get at it, or not the better you get at it, it's not quite as hard every single time. So I think I've just become more comfortable with doing them. And I know that they wrote a lot this season, and you know, it doesn't take away the draining aspect of it. I mean, still at the end of the day, it's like, I feel spent. But I think it's just, I'm a little bit more comfortable in my own skin when I'm doing it in front of the camera. I become used to doing it in front of, you know, 40 sweaty crew guys. As opposed to, you know, not.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Hi.
Hi, in November.
Dracula on the wall. I forgot my stakes. Hi. Sorry.
In November, I asked Jared how he kept a straight face when you deliver some of your outrageous lines.
He doesn't.
My question for you is, how frequently do you have to practice those lines so you can deliver them with a straight face?
I don't practice them. I'm serious. Because I think that, I mean, for me, you know, delivering the comedy lines, if I over practice them, then I lose kind of the sense of the comedic timing of it. So I just have to kind of
Bite your tongue?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
You have some really outrageous
The
lines.
hardest part is keeping a straight face and delivering my lines seriously when Jared is laughing uncontrollably on the opposite side of the camera. I'm serious, like the camera will be right here and he's standing right next to it and he'll fart in the middle of a scene and he'll just start going and I'm delivering a serious scene right to the back of his head now.
Thank you.
Good times. Hi.
Hi, Jensen. So you clearly had a more dominant role this season, and so I wondered, with all those long hours, how do you keep yourself going? How do you keep yourself from getting tired? And now that you have a break, what are you going to do over that time frame?
I'm going to sleep. I'm going to hibernate all summer. Yeah, it's a very taxing schedule. It is. It's. I think we're probably the only show on television that only has 2 series regulars. So it's quite time consuming. You know, we're on set almost every day, every hour of the day. I you know, coffee in the morning and try to eat healthy and try to get a workout in when I can and try to get as much sleep as I can. Other than that, just a lot of cocaine. Kidding. Kidding. Crap.
No projects or travel?
No project. No. A little bit of travel. Going down to Sydney for an event, and going to England for an event, and I'm going to try to work on some a little extra travel during those trips as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We know that you sing as kind of a background hobby sometimes.
No, I don't. It's crazy. What are you doing?
I'm just wondering where that came from. Was it something you grew up with either in school or with your family, or is it something you came into when you moved out?
My dad sang a lot kind of growing up, but you know, sang guitar and he had a guitar which he gave me when I left when I was 18 years old. He gave me his college guitar. It was a Sears and Roebuck guitar from way old. But so it was always kind of, my brother I don't think does, and my sister does, I guess a little bit, Mom no. But it was kind of my dad. He just was always humming a tune or singing along with the radio or the CDs or whatever he had going. I think I just took to that. Yeah. Yeah. Hello.
Hello. You touched on Dean and his costumes, and I want to know how you feel about the fact that Dean always has to wear the silly costumes and Sam doesn't. Sam has to wear the costumes and Jared doesn't.
Yes. I think they feel as though Dean pulls off the comedic aspect of the show. More readily. I honestly, I told a story to some of you this morning. I met Dan Laughlin, one of our writers, who's new this season. He came up and wrote Yellow Fever and some of the other ones. But he came up to me and said, "Man, I just want to apologize." He's like, sometimes I'll wake up and I'll be like, "Oh man, it'd be great to see Dean in Lederhosen, or crawling on the ground, or no, better, like a PE teacher's outfit." And I'm like, okay. And he says, and then I forget that you're an actual grown man. I just want to apologize. From a writer's perspective, I apologize. Yeah, thanks a lot, pal. So yeah, I don't know. They just seem to like to put Dean in awkward situations and make him the joke, the butt of the joke. Yeah.
You do well.
Thank you. Thanks.
Hi.
Hi.
I was wondering, of all the supernatural creatures that you know, fight and stuff, which would you choose to be and why?
Of all the supernatural creatures, which one would I choose?
Yeah.
I think I want to be an angel. Those guys are cool. I love I got some clappers in the back there. How you doing? Everybody from Ohio. All right. I don't know why I said Ohio. It just seemed appropriate. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just the way that they created and written the angels this year has been really unique, and kind of, they're all different. When the lights flash and they've got the big giant wings or cast of the, it's just cool. I don't know, yeah. Or vampire.
Thank you.
Thanks.